Hey there team, welcome back to a bit more oxygen not included. Oh, okay, off to sleep with everyone. Where we're continuing on with our fresh playthrough. We lost the previous save, but that's alright. So officially we're doing the, I've titled it as, what is it, the ideal run. It's pretty much the lowest difficulty. We're definitely aiming for the half colony achievement, which is this, Home Sweet Home. Maybe I'll put Home Sweet Home in the title, I'm not sure. But, there's probably a good chance we go for Great Escape when we hit halfway, but let's actually get it this time. Now now look, the internet, if you're not using /s for sarcasm, it's hard to tell if you're being cheeky or not, but someone was, oh, I don't like that you made your rooms smaller. And whether you're cheeky or you're serious, doesn't matter. It's compounded my position to make the most compact base that I physically possibly can in this playthrough. So congratulations. Signed us up for that. Oh, all right, everyone's back up and awake. Okay, cool. So, picking up where we left off. Alright, we got the second toilet up. That was the other thing. In fact, I'm going to put that on 9 priority. Right, and we're doing the research to get the air vents just to get that circulation. It sort of is going to grind our base to a halt a little bit while they're both running that machine. And you can see this is why we need circulation. Even though we do have the flow around here, which we've seen works perfectly fine for the most part, if you've got two dudes in the room working non-stop, you can have problems. Interestingly though, it was flowing through there fairly well, even though, well, I guess they've been in there much longer. But as soon as you have someone, even one guy in a room, doesn't matter how big it is, well, I mean, if it's a humongous as big as the screen, it might be a different story, but if you've got one dude stationary at a workstation, you need circulation. Sort of a fact of life, I guess. So we're sort of just going to let this play out. And then, we'll be able to get our circulation flow. This is okay, our sump, but it'd be good if we had something over here, which would require us to kind of move this, this reservoir, right? I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. Anyone that's seen when I play it before, I try and get the water down in the bottom half, as we've discussed previously, that this bottom half of the base is a no-go zone. The idea, I suppose when it gets really large, we might even put like oxygen suits and airlock it, but the idea is to put the CO2 somewhere we don't have to really deal with it, and then put equipment down there that we don't need to send guys to actually manhandle. Alright, so now we've got this airflow tile. Now I don't think, if you put one like that, I don't think that really does anything. I'm not really sure how I want to go about this. The idea of drawing like a little plus sign in the middle kind of makes the most practical sense to me off the top of the... Ah, we need more metal. Alright, let's do that. I guess we'll start with this sort of little plus sign to get the ball rolling. And just for good practice, once we've got enough metal, I will airlock this wall as well. This is my idiosyncratic way. Everyone does it differently, I understand that. And I just like to make a little compact sort of citadel and keep everything fairly under control. Call me a control freak, I suppose. Right, so that should... Actually... That'd do the job just fine. There's pass-through for there, and there's pass-through for all the rooms. Yeah, another one would be excessive. Yeah, so we can do it like that. I guess we could do it that way as well. Yeah, let's just do this, a little strip. Little airstrip. Now, if I were to try and emulate it here... That's not going to work quite as well because of this, the nature of that building there. I'll just extend it one more up, like so. And we're actually going to... For the name of... well, I know what's going on in my head, but it's easier if I show you what's happening. We're going to research food so we can unlock this, the ration box. Because as it stands, if I deconstruct this, which holds all of our food, which is kind of important, we have nowhere to put it, and it's just going to bloody sit on the floor and rot. So... We're actually going to research specifically just so we can move that box to protect the integrity of my little citadel design. Okay, so that should keep them busy for a little bit. Yeah, so the next thing is going to be this. Look at this. It's causing a problem. So, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? We might start digging down. You know what we could do? It's going to be a bit dirty, but we could actually sort of dogleg it a bit. Like that. I'll put them at high priority. I wonder if I can somehow pull this off without, What is this bloke doing? Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? That works, actually. That's fantastic. Good thinking, big fella. If you want to finish the job, that'd be good as well. Oh, that's alright, you tag team and someone else in. Because I want to try and keep the water in here. I'm actually going to build out this way. Just because the water is a pain. And the water's actually kind of clean for the moment. I'd like to keep it that way if I can help it. Alright, we're going to deconstruct that. Someone will do that immediately because they always, that's like the highest priority. They love smashing things. See? Does it straight away. Food. He drops what he's doing to do it. Alright. Alright, so we'll get that rebuilt. Nice. All priority 9. Off we go. Meanwhile, that boundary is going to hold for the moment, which is good. It's not ideal, but you got to be careful with water ops like that. You make them get hypothermia if they spend too much time down there. Alright, so there would be a square there, and a square like that. So we'll do this. Oh, do we not have enough metal? We might. It's not clear. Yes, alright. And look, I'm going with... We were doing this last playthrough. I'm just going to keep piling people in. The Oxyfern. We did play with that, but it didn't really fit with my general design. And the Pipsqueak, I think... It places plants or something like that. Ah. Narcoleptic. They're both narcoleptic. Of course, we'll just take you because at least you don't have the calorie deficit. Right, and we're leaning into the duplicant points as well. So let's get him farming, tinkering. Oh, strength. There you go. We'll give him strength. Actually, and I'll give him a little hat as well. Let's, you know, there you go. Have his little strength hat. Look, that's gonna make his bloody day. Yeah. Look how jazzed he is. Oh my god. I wish I got that excited about fucking anything. Geez, that sounds a bit miserable. I'm not really Eeyore or anything like that. Nothing against that bloke, but you always meet that dude, you know. Hey man, you want to catch up and go see a movie or something? Oh, I guess. And it's like, fuck man. I mean, I get that people feel miserable occasionally, but I've known guys over the years, yeah, it's not super common, but it's common enough to realize it's almost like a personality archetype, and they're just perpetually miserable, and it's like, oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. It's more just a fleeting curiosity, a comment on something that doesn't line up with me, because to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of perpetually fucking happy. Alright, cool. We're going to start running into a food problem shortly, so we might have to pivot there. This will start helping with the CO2 problem, hopefully. But yeah, we kind of need to cordon off this reservoir. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? What if hang on, what if we do this? I've got to, oh, something's going on up here in me bloody head. Copy. I can plonk one right there. Oh, I'm gonna have to dig it out. That's alright, we can do that. that's good. You can dig all the way through. Fantastic. All right, now get rid of that. And fill that in. Because I'm trying to displace this water. And that ladder's a pain in the ass, to be honest. The ladder's going to cause the biggest problem. How do we do this? I mean, we could try and auto-bottle this situation. We're getting there. Look at that, though. That's cleared it perfectly. Alright. Now there's kind of room to work with that, but then we wouldn't have a doorway through, so what we'll do is we'll just cut a temporary hole through there. Just to explore our sub-basement area a little bit. Oh, I've actually... Hang on, what if we delete that? And then we try building that. Where are you going? Alright, now. Now. How do I deal with this water? What if... Okay, hang on. Here's a thought. Let's do that. And we'll just go on a mopping frenzy. Nice. Let's give them some more boxes to work with. Alright, well, hang on. We've managed to clear that out at least, so that's good. We've re-established this boundary here. And if we're going to copy this sort of design, I guess we'd put that there. Alright, don't worry guys, I'll give you something to do. Let's sweep. Copy settings. There we go. Alright, look at that. So our sump system's working. If anything, this is an attempt at seeing how much oxygen flow you really need in your base. We're doing well with this one corridor. So you've got the tiny little bit of CO2, but it does manage to make its way up and down. And then the flow through here is helping as well. And we're only really running on 2 O2 generators for the whole base. We've got, what, 5 guys? It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with the overall sort of design. Still, jury's still out on how we're going to deal with all this, but... I mean, it's, for the moment, I guess it's sort of cordoned off, you know? I wanted to avoid having a direct wave, like if someone wets himself in this room, it'll fall straight down, you know what I mean? But at least this way, it is kind of locked off, I suppose. Yeah. But then you don't want to interfere with the sort of, the oxygen flow as well. Oxygen flow, but... So what if... Might need to delete that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I got an idea. Food shortage. Okay, hang on. So we're gonna have to turn this on. So this is gonna change things. So that's on 9. So we're going to be running power pretty much around the clock now. So we'll start shoring up our farming situation next. So we're going to copy this pneumatic door. We're going to do that. We're going to put that... Oh, well, not pneumatic, the fly screen door. I was thinking of doing it pneumatic, but I wouldn't mind having the actual airflow. But I'm pretty sure it won't let water through this door. So if we were to go K, priority 9, and I were to say sweep all of this stuff. Not that they really have anywhere where to put the water. Where can we put the water? Here we go. Pump. Bottle emptier. Like that. Alright, and then we'll put that to... Not all liquid, no, just normal water. You don't want polluted water, and we'll put that on 9. So they'll now bottle them onto that, and it should put it back into the system. That's good. We'll just sort of let them clean the base for a little bit. But overall, we're doing okay. If we're taking small bites. Jeez, there's quite a bit of water there. I guess we did mop up a lot. Now here, polluted water, that's something we're going to have to deal with as well. That's coming. Though, I wonder if we deal with food first. Well, I mean, arguably this system's working alright. We've got the food that we need, so we'll turn that off. Come on, get the last of that water. Jeez, how much water is there? 407 kilograms, so 3 more trips by the look of it. Oh, it is sort of filling this reservoir up. Hang on. Ooh, have we got a problem? We need to dig it out a bit. I haven't dump any dirty... I didn't check, actually. That was a bit silly of me. I could have easily dropped a whole bunch of dirty, contaminated shit into the water then. There we go, now we got a bit more room. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, so it's a bit fiddly, but that's the thing. You got to look after your starting water supplies, your water pockets. Because who knows until we find a... Not that I've really looked. Neutronium. Does that indicate that there's a geyser underneath? I think I'm getting geyser sound effects. That sort of rumble. I feel like maybe that means there's a geyser there. Obsidian? Can you dig obsidian? You can, but I don't know if I'll have the skills for that for a while. What's this? Chlorine. A really hot pocket of chlorine. There could be a chlorine geyser in there. And we're getting some cooling happen here. There might be a cold pocket up there. A cold biome. Not sure. Just some thoughts, some observations. Alright, look at this. So that's all clear. So the plan is now to just go... lock. So now, that's it. That's sort of piss-proof in a way. That was the idea. So I guess from now we could potentially excavate further down. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at the food situation. Now we've got planter boxes. They're not very helpful in here, but what we can do is research the next type of thing, which is this, a farm tile, which you can use to actually replace the floor tile whole cloth, which is what we're going to do. We're going to get mealwood farming up so we can take the power strain off of this. Meanwhile, what else do we want to do? I want to deal with this polluted water. So I'm going to need a polluted water deposit area. Now we've done something like this before. Let's see. I'll turn that off. Yeah, this guy's just like full-time running on the wheel. God, I love this game. It might be my favorite game. It's hard to say. Like, I love a good story, a good narrative in a video game sort of thing. But as far as like a sandbox that can just steal time off of you, this is the one for me. 100%. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to manually airlock this. Can we sweep that egg and put it somewhere? Is that a thing? I don't think so. Hey, reinforcements. Snazzy suit. Increased decor around the dude. That's pretty cool. Narcoleptic or can't build. I'll take narcoleptic in that case, I think. But we will also duplicate skills. Someone leveled up. Interesting. You know what? I might just spread the love around because we're not really generating any sort of positive morale, not actively at least. So we'll do that. Oh, you love that, dude. And we'll put you on improved farming. You can have a hat too. No. You can have a little farming hat. Oh, he loves it. Look at that. He's so chuffed. Alright, so this is going to be our very temporary sort of repository for... deposit area. Might have been right the first time, I can't be certain. This is where we're going to put the bloody polluted water. Is what I'm trying to say. Go K9 sweep at top priority. So we'll clear that area before I task it. Because this is another one of those rooms. We want to minimize the foot traffic into it, but there's not much you can do about it. Alright, so we're going to go liquid, polluted water at 9 priority. Now, we're going to need a sump for that. Now, where are we going to put that? I like the idea, like putting it here. We're going to have a pump that puts it down into there. Okay. But I still want, like, maintenance access, potentially. So we'll do this. Plumbing. We haven't researched pumping systems or anything, so that's going to have to happen. Where are we? There it is. Liquid pump. Have to sweep all that area as well. Well, that toilet's going to need unclogging. We've done alright to not have toilet problems so far. You know, so far so good, touch wood. So, I know I haven't explained it, but I've done it before on previous videos. What's going to happen is, because I don't want people ever going below this line, if I can help it. They're going to deposit the dirty water in here. We're going to have a pump, and that pump's going to draw the dirty water and put it down into a larger reservoir underground. So this is a way to get rid of the dirty water without crossing that line, but we need a larger storage for it. So that's essentially what we're going to do. You can see a theme that I dump all the shit I don't want to deal with in the bottom half of my base. Now that toilet's clogged. Good thing that they unclogged it in turn. Now, I've told them to prioritise clearing this room because once it starts filling up with, you know, sloshy, bloody piss water, I don't really want people walking down there if I can help it. Alright. So we'll put a pneumatic door there. Because this will overflow in record time, but that's going to generate polluted oxygen as well. And so far, I mean, this is just a tier 1, you know, spitball concept. I'm sure I could make a more complete way to deal with this problem, but haven't come up with it yet. Haven't taken the time to. This will do in the time being. And then, ultimately, well, we don't have the plumbing tech. We'll probably want to put a ladder there. Nearly there. Alright. Pump's going to go in there. Liquid vent is going to... We want it actually as high as possible, so we'll put it there. Because if you put it low, you can actually use it as a cutoff line as well. Let's just run it through the wall so it's out of the way for the moment. Right, and we'll go power. Alright, that'll get us set up, I think. Now, there shouldn't be a lot of reason for people to go in there. I'd be curious how we go because we've got a lot of high pressure CO2. Just by sitting there, it's become very high pressure. What are we gonna do about all that? The polluted oxygen as well. We're just gonna trap it. I guess. Let's see how far we can push the problem. Now, because I'm doing all these high priority sweeps and cleans, we haven't been generating food, so I need to stop doing that. And I've warned against this in the past for other people playing it. It's like, you really gotta be careful about overtasking your dudes, because there is sort of maintenance rounds that you have to do for the colony. We've got flat 0 calories. We're gonna have people start starving shortly. Just sort of gotta let it run for a day. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I turn the machine on, that's why it's happening. You idiot. Oh, well, there you go. I'm just staring straight at it, trying to figure out what's wrong. What an idiot. So there we go. So this is going to draw that out and pump it down into there. That's interesting. It can't get to that little bit there, but that's all right. Okay, so that's one part of the sort of contamination in our base attempted to be dealt with. So you can see we've got all dirty shit in these boxes, and for the most part that's going to be compost, dirt with germs, germy dirt, germy sand, polluted dirt, right? So the next step is to get compost going. Now we can just put compost out in the hallway, but I'm pretty sure compost, I'm not 100% sure what it generates actually. So how about we make a room for that? Oh, I better dig that sand out. Sorry, lads. Alright, so we'll put refinement, compost, we'll just do a double in the room. And we'll observe it. It at least generates a lot of heat in the composting process, I know that. Try sweeping that room as we go. Geez, look at that, all our boxes are filled up again. So we really need a storage solution. We can turn that off. And then we'll have to turn it back on again. And we didn't get around to placing all the farming tiles yet, but we did research them, so we should be golden. But yeah, how compact is this base? It's wonderful. But you can see now, this area is acting as a sump, and so is that, but we're having problems over here because we've cordoned off that room as well, so we kind of need to sort of flesh out, which we probably need to dig back down here and do the same as what we've done at the top. So turn that into rooms, and a corridor underneath would really help with flow. And then probably, I don't know, we might try and dedicate this whole area to a water reservoir since we've got it there, and that's going to be the path of least resistance. Hard to be sure. And now they're going to start flipping compost perhaps. I think, oh no, they're going to clean up all the crap first. Nice. Look at them, little cuties. Perfect. All right, team. Thanks again for joining me. We're getting there. We're flying along, but you got to deal with some of these issues now rather than later, because later on we're gonna have to be dealing with heat death and all the, you know, the higher end tech and the more complicated builds. But if we get all this shit out of the way now, it won't bother us as much then. All right, team. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.